Alrighty, good morning, Speed Gaming 4. I am your hostess with the mostest Moonlit Angel, and in the booth with me today is Spicy Chicken Spicy Boy, a new co-commentator. I love it, love it, love it. And up on the chopping block this morning, we have Arlilecay versus Grumpydadgolf. I have had the pleasure of seeing Grumpy Dad practice a lot of races, and he is a good friend to the SMB3 community, as is Arlilecay. I am excited to see them both do their thing today. I hope everyone is enjoying their Saturday so far. And we will get things rolling for you guys in just a couple minutes.
All right, this is Spicy Chicken Spicy Boy. I have dropped the flag in the race room. We should be ready to go momentarily here. We're waiting for those timers to start counting down. There may be a little bit of a delay, but yeah, happy to be here with Moonlit Angel for a race between Arlilecay and Grumpydadgolf. Should be a good race.
Absolutely. Good morning, Seattle, and hello, Papa Tate. It is good to see you both. Good morning, Dark Misty. Good to see you as well.
And any moment now, this race should be getting underway. Okay, so I see timers going down for both of our racers on the main screen now.
Go.
And we are off. Our players are headed to 1-1. Seeing some safety strats from Grumpydadgolf and a little bit of safety. Ooh, mustache route by Arlisle. You love to see it in a race. Both players taking it a little safe out of 1-1 today. Smart for a race.
Absolutely.
And I should mention, this is a round one lower bracket for those who have already lost their initial bout in the tournament. It's a double elimination tournament. So both of our runners here on the chopping block.
Absolutely.
The winner of this will go on to face Papa Tate in the next round of the losers bracket. So there's a lot to play for here. You know, this is your chance to continue the tournament and, you know, shake off that first loss and see if you can get a win under your belt for the tournament.
Definitely. And honestly, I know that like some people can be biased, you know, on who they choose would like to win, but honestly, I would like to see either one of these guys move on and face Papa Tate because they're both very skilled runners, and I know that they've both been practicing super hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. They have both been putting the work in on this category. Neither of them extremely long-time runners of the category, but with the tournament upcoming, I know they've been putting in the work in, putting in the reps, upgrading their strats for the race, and you know, you just hope to see a good race here. Although we do see Grumpy Dad, small Mario here, not the state you want to be in when you're coming into 1-4. He's going to have to do some backups in the fortress. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a race. A lot of stuff is going to happen. A lot of it's just going to depend on, you know, who can play the cleaner race, who can die less, who can kind of keep their power-ups when they're supposed to have them. All that stuff is going to come into play here.
Definitely. All right, it looks like Arlisle got out first. And that will complete 1-4 for him, and he will move on to 1F.
And, 1F with the tail as Arlisle comes in here. It is quite a bit easier starting it with tail. Grumpy's going to have to pick up a tail, and we'll see if he goes for, the high-speed strat. I assume he's going to go for it, but it is significantly more difficult. Ooh, and he loses P-speed there. That's a tough strat, and it costs him a little bit of time.
Oh, Arlisle loses his tail. I don't know if it was intentional.
That is intentional there. That's the pretty standard strat.
Okay.
He got sticky hilled there, though, which ate all his momentum, which is not intentional.
Right.
So he's got but he did a good job rebuilding P-speed. But it allows Grumpy Dad to catch up just, maybe a couple of seconds from that sticky hill.
For sure.
And I guess we should say, on paper, Arlisle is the favorite in this race, had the higher seed in the brackets, has the faster PB, but as we're coming through World 1, we see no belly flop from Arlisle. It is a relatively close race so far, and in a race format, anything can happen. Ooh, Grumpy not getting P-speed, backing off. He's going back and forth. No belly flop, that's the most important thing. He makes it over. That's very scary when you don't get your P-speed there. At least he reacted well, didn't take a death.
It was looking kind of questionable, but good to see that he didn't mess up.
Oh, and Arlisle with the swag jump in the throne room cutscene. You love to see it.
I didn't even know you could do that in the throne room.
Yeah, you typically have a 2-frame window to get an input in the throne room. Arlisle got both the fireball and the jump off. Except when coming from a fort, you only have a 1-frame window. Something to do with orb, lag frame, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Right.
But you do have a couple frames to get a jump in. And we'll see Arlisle going for a fire kill here, I think. Yes, here he goes. There we go. And I don't know how many fire kills each of these runners goes for. They're kind of it's about 3 seconds per fire kill, but over the course of the run, it adds up to quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
And so Grumpy Dad going for the jumps. So that's about a 3-second difference here. If Arlisle gets every fire kill, that's like 20 seconds, maybe a little more of time that he could gain over the course of the run if Grumpy Dad does none and Arlisle does all of them.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I know that having a fire flower and trying to maintain that fire flower throughout the game is, I don't want to say crucial, but I know a lot of racers try to do it.
It is.
Reason.
Yeah, it is the main power-up you want, particularly in Boom Boom fights and fortresses. That's about 3 seconds per Boom Boom fight as well.
Right.
So if you're losing Fire Flower just before forts, you can just, you're losing 3 or 4 seconds right there between taking damage and not getting the kill. Right. And as we say it, Grumpy Dad loses Fire Flower. There's not a Fire Flower in World 2 until the airship, so there's just no way to make that time back up. He just has to play the world no fire.
Oh, geez. Well, now, there is that one in 2-4, though, but that depends on, if you decide to fly up to the upper level with a P-Wing, which I don't, or a P-Wing, or a raccoon tail, but I don't think I've actually seen any racer do that.
Are you sure there is a fire flower up there? Well, I don't think we'll see anyone.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You may be thinking of a different level, but
I may be thinking of Rando.
there are power-ups up there. That's true.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one specifically on the music note at
Oh,
the end when
sure,
you
sure.
bounce off. I think I messed that up thinking
I believe that is a leaf in the vanilla game.
Oh my gosh. So you're right. My mistake.
Oh, that's all good. But we'll see the time difference here as Grumpy comes into the Boom Boom fight. He hesitates for a second. But the jumping here, just a couple seconds slower than Fireflower. And someone did confirm last time that there are 17 Boom Boom fights in which you want to have a Fireflower. There's one where you can't have a Fireflower, and so 17 fights at 3 seconds apiece does add up to a pretty serious amount of time.
Definitely does.
And Arlisle keeping it pretty clean here. He's just kind of moving along through the world and slowly adding to his lead for the moment. And this is, he's in about the easiest level to speedrun in the game, so just jumping over the sun shouldn't have too many issues.
Very nicely done.
And Grumpy Dad also jumping over the sun, moving right along.
And a nice job done by him as well. Arlisle out of 2-5 and moving into the pyramid.
Now, the pyramid is a level I occasionally struggle with. It may look straightforward, but it is very easy to get hung up in this level.
It definitely is.
It's you're not probably going to die, but it's one of the more technical levels in the world where it's just very, very difficult movement to maintain your speed, and he does a very good job.
He absolutely did. Welcome in, Budsy.
And both runners taking the pyramid first route. The Hammer Brother RNG in this world can cost you a couple of seconds. Ideally, you play level 2-4, then you break the boulder, then you play the pyramid. That's kind of the... After level 5, that's faster. But the Hammer Brothers didn't really allow it for the runners here today. So,
yeah,
it's not a ton of time, but it's was the same for both runners, so that's not going to be a big difference maker.
Right. I mean, we're still very early on in the race, so it is still anybody's race at this point. I'm very interested to see who comes out on top of this.
Ooh, Grumpy Dad taking damage again.
Ouch.
So he is going to want to power up, hopefully, and if he's got a good 2-4 backup. Because you definitely want to get Fireflower in the airship if you can. And Arlisle with another swag jump. This guy looks like he's been practicing for the points tournament over here.
Right.
Looking good. But we'll see what Grumpy does here in terms of trying to get a power-up, if he does. Or maybe he'll just wait till World 3. He does get the power-up. I think that's a prudent move. Better lose a second than be dead,
Exactly.
And of course, better that he did because he took damage at the end of the level, so that would have been a death had he not.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and he gets the throne jump as well.
Very nice. Alright, I am going to excuse myself for 1 second. I will be right back.
Oh, by all means.
Thank you.
So we have both runners in the World 2 airship now. Arlisle, doing decently here, keeping his power up. Grumpy gonna need to workshop his power up routing. Ooh, Arlisle looked like he was all set up for the fire kill, but he did take damage, was not quite lined up where he needed to be. Yeah, you hate to see it, but if you're not lined up, you can definitely pay the price. And Grumpy getting that power up. We'll see what he does for World 3 power-ups after the power-up desert that is World 2 in terms of Fire Flowers. World 3 is pretty generous with the Fire Flower drops, so he should be able to pick up fire somewhere, as should Arlisle. Oh my god, Grumpy, what are you doing down there? That was max projectiles in his way there. And taking damage in the boss fight. Gets out of World 3 without taking a death to Morton. And we will see perhaps a Fire Flower grab here from Arlisle. He's got it. And he keeps the P-Speed. Well done with the 3-1 Fire Flower grab. That's what you want to see. And we're going to have to see Grumpy with some multiple backups here. He's been taking some damage, but luckily he's been finding power-ups along the way to prevent the dreaded death towards the end of a level. Arlisle going for 3-2 P-Speed. Does he have the arrows? He has the arrows. Does he have the fish cooperation? That's some good fish right there, folks. We'll see Grumpy Dad. Yep, stopping for the mushroom. A smart move. And, ooh, nice P-Speed keep with the mushroom grab there. That's a little trickier than the Fire Flower one with the moving mushroom and just jumping straight out of the water. You love to see it. Arlisle, you know, doing well with his P-Speed strats. He gets pixeled slightly. He's good to go. And I think we're going to see, we're going to see Grumpy grab a Fire Flower immediately here. Wants to be in this Fire Flower power-up state. Hopefully the fish... these fish, man. Oh, no, and then he just gets scammed by that fish. You know, you can't spell F without fish, people.
They are not playing with him today.
F. Oh, my gosh. Well, but he continues. He still has not died. He's keeping on top of it, but he's gonna, again, need to find another power-up before continuing on. He seems to know where to find his power-ups quickly, so... I would guess we'll see him grabbing a mushroom here. Oh, don't get it. Stay out of that water, Grumpy. Stay out of that water.
Oh,
and
no.
he gets eaten by Boss Bass. Oh, my lord. Okay, round two. Can he make it out of the level? He's not stopping for the power-up this time. I feel like, once burnt, twice shy, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we did see Arlisle with the heads-up move using the cloud to head off the runaway bro in World 3. So Arlisle really trying to maximize his chances here of just getting reasonably good luck. And he's moving through World 3 pretty cleanly at this point.
I just feel so bad that he's trying to keep the power-ups, but not having much success.
Oh, it is tough, and it is one of those things, you know, in this race format, the nerves can be pretty real. And once you go, you know, you start making some mistakes, then you're nervous, and you're not in the power-up state that you've practiced all these levels in. And
Right.
so mistakes can start to creep in. One thing can kind of lead to the next, and I think we've got a little case of that here. Luckily, he's back on track because you got to use a P-Wing in this level. And for the time being, then, he is in the power-up state that he wants to be in.
Right.
At this point, so... But it really is. I think we've got a little case of nerves, and once you lose Fire Flower, you know, that's what most people practice all these levels with, and you're used to playing them, and in this, he might have reset a run normally in this situation, so it's, you know, it's a matter of how can he bounce back at this point.
Definitely.
All right, Arlisle playing it a little safe there.
Very nice.
Smart not to die at the end of that level. And it looks like we've got Grumpy Dad, you know, essentially just one level behind at this point, which, all things said and done, not that bad considering how things have gone to just be one auto-scroller behind.
Right. Because the auto-scrollers can definitely screw it up for you if, you know, all things considered.
You gotta... Oh, and he takes damage again, my goodness.
Ouch.
It's one thing after another here. And, you know, each one of those, not that big of a deal, but, you know, they do begin to add up when you've taken damage a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Arlisle continuing to... He's swimming cleanly, gets through the water temple without incident, and he's just moving along pretty smoothly for the most part.
Very nicely done by both runners. And now Arlisle moves into 3-8. As does Grumpy.
Oh, very, very interesting, having them both in the same level here. And it looks like Grumpy did that in order to get down here and fight this Hammer Brother to stop those movements from the Hammer Brother. It does cost time every time that Hammer Brother moves around, and he can sit there and do movements of 3 for you, which could add up to a pretty big amount of time over a few levels. So just to head him off at the pass, we'll see. Oh, he is going to grab the Fire Flower here in the Water Temple. Grumpy, knowing his Fire Flower locations, knowing his power-up locations, it's keeping him within striking distance at least. Despite all the damage he's taken, at least he does know where to power up. And like, Arlisle with another throne jump.
All right. Grumpy using the Fire Flower to take Boom Boom out. Very nicely done.
And having to do a little backtracking now. But, you know, he could have saved himself like 3 or 4 movements of 3 from the Hammer Brother. Oh, he takes damage again, but he gets the Fire Flower right away.
Alrighty, Arlilecay jumping over the mast on the World 3 airship.
Ooh, and he does get the fire kill. It looked like he missed a fireball there, but he managed to rein it back in. Wendy... it's more or less one of the easiest fire kills, but one of the worst ones if you mess it up, because she just starts jumping around. It can be a disaster.
For sure.
And Grumpy coming onto the airship as well. Let's see, that was 22 flat when the letter came up for Arlisle. So maybe we can try to pay attention when the letter comes up for Grumpy Dad and see what the time difference is.
Sure.
Arlisle getting 4-1P speed. Very nicely done. Saves a couple of seconds. Nice clean level. And World 4 is a world where I think the difficulty does begin to rise. Small mistakes can add up to big time losses in World 4.
Definitely.
So whoever, if one player can play it much cleaner than the other, you can definitely create some separation here. And Grumpy Dad completing World 3. You love to see it. He's out into the later part of the game.
Very nicely done.
And I'll just be watching for the time when the letter comes on the screen. That'll give us a good estimate of the time difference. Looks like about a 23:39, 23:40, so that's about a minute and 40-second lead for Arlilecay at that point. We'll see how he handles the fort. 4-Fort-1, one of the more difficult levels in the world. Ooh, he bonks a little bit. He's, I don't know what he was going to go for, but he bonked and he's taking it easy. Best to keep the fire flower as always, rather than try to save a couple frames and take damage.
Yes.
My old nemesis, 4-4, Arlyle. See if he's... he got Lakitu damage. It's a tough level. It can really hose you in a large variety of ways.
It definitely can, especially when the Lakitu is getting ready to throw a spiky, and the spiky, like if you're swimming in the water, those spikies just landing wherever they see fit.
Yeah, and I mean, technically, the Lakitu is predictable, but the slightest variation in movement changes up the pattern, and it's just, if you're not doing it exactly the way you want, you can easily take damage there, as we saw.
For sure. Oh, and it looks like Grumpy lost his flower as well.
We should see Arlyle grabbing a fire flower. This is about the best fire flower grab in the world that you can get here.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he's going to get this, and he's going to try to keep this pretty much all the way through World 5 would be the ideal situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Grumpy Dad going in the basement in 4-Fort-1. Much safer, and there's a fire flower down there.
Very nice.
So knowing where to find his fire flower and taking it safe, which is probably wise, bypassing most of the most difficult parts of the level.
And Arlyle making 4-6 look easy.
Oh yeah, just raining death down upon the enemies there. You love to see it. Ooh, got a little hung up on the steps. Not going to get P-speed in 4-Fort-2. It's a touchy strat, and you start bonking it all, it's going to be very difficult to get that P-speed.
Really.
But makes it through without damage, which is, of course, as we've mentioned many times, the key thing with power-ups in this game is just keeping your fire flower for boss fights. That is number one. Having good P-speed and keeping fire flower is the name of the game.
Absolutely. And Grumpy picking up the P-Wing from the Sumo Bro.
All right, and we do have Arlyle on the World 4 airship. We've got a couple of minutes. Does anybody in chat have a joke for us? Anybody got a joke for us?
Oh. Well. Grumpy lost his flower again.
Yikes. Well, there are 2 more flowers in this world for him, so based on what we've seen before, I believe he knows where to grab his fire flowers.
No. Yep.
Yep, he's got it on lock. He knows what to do. How do you tell the difference between a chemist and a plumber? Ask them to pronounce the word unionized or unionized. Oh, that's pretty good. I like the text only pun there. That's really good.
And 2 peanuts went to a bar. One was assaulted.
Ooh, wow. All right, and Arlisle with a little bit of a half and half fire kill there, but he is getting his fire kills on these bosses one way or the other.
Absolutely.
We've got another minute and a half or so for jokes. Grumpydadgolf is in the airship still. Throw him in chat if you got him. And Arlisle will be headed into World 5. He's building his lead. Using his music box to put the bros to sleep. And if he can keep this fire flower for World 5, he'll just be cruising along. Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? Because he didn't have the guts. Oh. Okay, Arlisle in 5-2 avoids the shaft of shame and does not have to play the full level. It's a significant problem falling down in this level, so you love to see him bouncing up and making it out.
Yeah, for sure. I love the air run too.
Oh yeah, we used to call that Luigi feat because it looks like Luigi jumping in Mario 2, but
Yeah.
it's a fun animation.
Alrighty, Arlisle taking out those Hammer Bros, picking up a star. Grumpy in with Iggy.
Yeah, and he got a little bit of an unusual pattern there. Maybe he fought a Hammer Brother after the fort or something. Ooh,
Oh.
jeez. But he did manage to get out of the fight clean. And we see Arlisle taking damage, sadly. Now, there is a fire flower in 5-3 for him to grab. It is one of the more difficult fire flowers to grab cleanly, but he's using a star. I think he is going to be going for this flower grab backup, and the star will at least allow him to have P speed on the way to the flower. So we'll see if he has this backup strat locked and loaded.
Thank you for the time split or time difference, Neo.
Oh yeah, very helpful. Thanks, Neil.
Ooh, that was close.
Fine. He got the fire flower. If it was me, I would be just taking damage right after getting the fire flower, but he makes it out of the level well.
Very nicely done. Alrighty, Arlisle in the Twisty Castle.
Ooh, he bonks there. He's gonna lose P-speed, which makes this next room a little dicey and a little slower. He's gonna have to take his time here. Potentially opening the door for Grumpy Dad to pick up a little time in these levels. If Grumpy can keep his Fire Flower and maintain P-speed in these levels, he could pick up a surprising amount of time that you know, it could be more time than you'd think.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. That was a good run for Grumpy.
Yeah, he got that level, so if he can play the next couple levels cleanly, I think he could be making up close to 20 seconds based on what Arlisle has done here. Just with the loss of Fire Flower and the loss of P-speed, it's a, you know, it's a little bit of a window to catch up some time here in World 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Grumpy's got the P-speed. He used Fire Flower for safety in that level. Oh, but he does take damage. Not able to realize that time save against his opponent, but grabbing Fire Flower, and he's back on track again.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, that was close, though. He was doing good, and then...
He was right there.
Ugh.
Oh, and Arlisle,
no!
oh, he takes damage again. Oh, he has unfortunately really been unable to hold on to a power up for very long this run. It's been the tail of the run so far, I'd say. Oh, but he does keep P-speed in the second room of the Twisty Castle. And I do have to assume Grumpy knows how to get his Fire Flower back quickly in 5-7. What we've seen so far is a strong knowledge of backup strats and backup Fire Flower locations. Mm-hmm. So we can expect them to do something in 5-7 to grab that Fire Flower.
No. Oh.
Oh my lord,
nice
my heart.
Recovery. Wow.
Ooh, and Arlisle with the upper decker. That's a point, folks. Count it.
Very nice.
Arlisle was also able to take out the Hammer Brother pretty early in World 5, and so he's just racking up movements of 0 here, which is really like a nice way to not lose additional time in World 5. Because that Hammer Brother can give you movements of 4 for days, and you could easily lose 8 to 10 seconds just from that Hammer Brother doing movements of 4. Oh, Grumpy Dad recognizing the same scenario and getting ahead of that Hammer Brother and taking him out.
This is, Arlisle is playing my least favorite level right now.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, the level seems straightforward on the surface, but, you know, one misstep and everything goes wrong. Both players in some auto-scrollers here. We're in a slightly auto-scroller heavy portion of the game at the end of World 5. So we'll just, you know, our runners probably know where to stand. They know where to jump. Not that, I would say 2 of the more challenging auto-scrollers actually, but they shouldn't be too much of an issue for the runners. because 5'9" was the real bottleneck, the real skill check for me as a kid. The jumps where you have to jump and curve around the platform that's coming down. Oh man, that gave me so much trouble as a kid.
It was awful, wasn't it?
I would often save a P-wing for that level. That was a P-wing level for me.
Right. All
And
right,
Arlisle,
Grumpy.
man.
Grumpy picked up another fire flower.
Yep. And he's moving along, and Arlisle moving into the airship, another throne jump. He is really racking up the throne jumps. You love to see it.
For sure.
Grumpy not going for Jesus clip. I know the fans are disappointed, but, you know, in a race setting, it's a tough call. It's not Chikubi up here running, guys. Ooh, Arlisle making me a little nervous, kind of squirrely with his bouncing around in this level, but didn't take damage.
Thankfully. Very nice run through 5-8 for Grumpy.
And Arlisle about to show us about the easiest fire kill in the category. Roy just kind of stands here like a dummy and tanks him to the face for some reason in this pattern. But, you know, it's an easy one to learn, nice and quick.
Righty, Arlisle taking us into World 6.
Nice 6-1 from Arlisle. That level can get tricky, and that was very smooth.
All right, Grumpy moving on to the World 5 airship.
Yep, we just got, you know, a couple of auto-scrollers again, but Grumpy takes damage in the airship. Luckily, there is a fire flower in this airship immediately. I don't know, that will affect the boss pattern a little bit. I'm not sure it's going to be the easy fire kill.
No?
Because that introduces introduces about a 1 second delay on what the pattern would normally be, so not sure if Roy just stands there like a dummy anymore, if he's gonna jump up at the end of the pattern. We'll see what Grumpy Dad does. I think it's still a doable pattern, but I'm not sure he'll be confident in the kill. I'm sure he knows that the pattern's affected. And he did jump up a little faster, yep, and Grumpy takes damage. That's tough, that's tough. Any time delay between the level you exit and entering that boss fight will affect the pattern, and damage costs a little bit of time, so... and it definitely costs him there. Arlisle headed into a level where nothing bad ever happens and getting through it nice and clean. Oh, Neo says we got about a 2-minute 25-second difference between our runners here. So Arlisle able to continue slowly but surely adding to that lead. He has been building it just piece by piece over the course of the run. And Grumpy with
Oh.
a nice 6-1 as well for being Big Mario there.
Carlisle took some massive damage, but I don't know if it was intentional or
That
not.
that is intentional damage. Running
Okay.
over those spikes is a lot faster than waiting for that elevator to take you along. And then the next couple levels you actually want to play small anyway. You'll be playing this level small, he'll be playing 6-6 small, and then using a P-Wing in 6-5. So it's convenient that the damage boost leads to some convenient levels for small Mario, and then you've got a power up in the inventory anyway.
Right.
And now 6-6, one of the more challenging levels that gets added to the run when you go from warpless to 100%. It is a relatively long level, it's a water level, and you just need to be on top of your timing. Very nice swim through the first part for Arlisle. He gets the good despawn, and this ending hallway is all he's got left. Really, a really nice 6-6 from Arlisle. That's about as good as it can go. Oh, and he's opting to play the Hammer Brother small. An interesting choice, not necessary because he could play 6-5 with a P-Wing first, but he is deciding to take these guys off of the map as small Mario. Woo! Getting a little close to that Hammer Brother there. But, you know, they are off the map and he doesn't have to worry about them anymore.
Right. And that is the important thing.
Arlisle opting for Squirrel Kick. A little bit safer of a strat. He kind of bonks. He's going to have to do some backups here. But he gets through kind of the dev intended route, bringing the shell up there. And Grumpy Dad damage boosting as well in the fort here. I'm going to try to get the star kill on the Boom Boom here for the overkill. Ooh, be careful. Oh my god,
That's
Grumpy.
not
I
gonna
don't
work out for
know.
him.
I don't know if he's going to have time to get to the Boom Boom. You have a little time to spare. And he did not quite. He was frames away, but he did not quite get there in time.
So sad.
All right, Grumpy Dad not getting the 6-4 speed, but that's okay. It's probably a little safer not to get it in reality. Oh, and Grumpy Dad going to 6-5 first. This is a safer option because you don't have to play 6-6 as small Mario.
Right.
It is a little bit slower, but your chances of being dead greatly diminish. Ooh, and he also has to go for the dev intended shell kill on these nippers. Didn't get the despawn. But we'll see what a 6-6 looks like. It's going to look different since he isn't small Mario. He's not going to be able to squeeze through all the tight gaps that you can as small Mario.
Right.
On picking up the hammer suit in the mushroom house. Gonna save that for Bowser's Castle. So that is a nice safe thing to do. You keep it and you wait till the end of the game, and then you're guaranteed to have a good power up in Bowser's Castle.
Definitely.
And he's coming in. Let's see what 6-6 Big Mario looks like here. I'm curious. Yep, goes lower route, a little bit safer. And just, you know, he's got damage to take if he needs to. At this last hallway is really the most dangerous spot. And he doesn't even take damage, though. He makes it through pretty well.
Very nice.
Ooh, Arlilecay just barely doesn't keep P-Speed in 6-10. It is a tricky strat, but he's making it through without damage, which is the most important part.
Mm. Alrighty, Grumpy making his way through 6-7.
Arlilecay with the clip attempt? No, he does not attempt the clip.
There's a clip there?
You can clip into the ground. Unfortunately, if you short it, you take damage on the spikes. It does save a pretty big chunk of time, like 7 seconds or so.
Oh, wow.
But you often see people give it kind of a half-hearted attempt where they won't undershoot it if they miss. But it's a little risky for a race, honestly. Although someone did do it in a race. I think, did Cotty do it in a race? Maybe chat knows. Someone hit it in the tournament already.
Arlilecay will go for the first class clip.
Oh, we'll see that as Budsy's still in chat. Maybe he has the inside scoop on what is being served for dinner in first class today.
Oh no! Oh, that was awful.
You hate to see it. Now, this level significantly... Ooh, he does get the first class clip.
Very nice.
Sadly for Grumpy, this level is significantly slower without tail. You have to kind of go up and down, top to bottom. There's some waiting involved. Oh, Papa Tate letting us know we've got poached trout with a medley of fingerling potatoes and a nice 1945 Dom Perignon. Sounds delightful. Sounds delightful.
Right, very nicely done.
Arlilecay tapping right, which would indicate that he is setting up for a duck clip in 7-1 for his first attempt at least. If you're tapping right, you're getting the subpixels you want for that duck clip. Tapping left would normally be a standing clip.
Welcome in, Wompy. Good to see you.
He does not manip for 7-1, Papa Tate is saying. I mean, it looked like he was. We'll see what he does. Maybe he's just doing standing clip.
Speaking of clips, Grumpy did a flyover in 6-9.
Ooh, Arlilecay made it through pretty quick there. I think that was third try.
Yeah, I think so.
Third, yeah, pretty good. Ooh, Grumpy taking a little bit of damage in 6-10. Couple of fire flowers in this level, though, so you're able to power up again pretty quickly.
And
then Arlilecay.
7-2.
Yep, Arlilecay building his P-speed and damage boosting.
Very nice.
Now, Arlilecay has honestly played pretty well here. At the risk of commentating cursing him, does anyone in chat know, is he on PB pace at the moment? Piano Mez says he's slightly behind PB. Okay. I was just thinking with third try 7-1 clip there. As you've been watching the red on his timer splits. Okay. And it looks like we're going to see him going for the 7-5 clip. It's a pretty fun clip if you get it. Ooh, and he does get the 7-5 clip. What a gamer.
I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah, that's a massive clip. That saves like 5 seconds just getting that.
Wow. Now I've seen the clip done up here. And then the escape clip is what they call it in Rando. I don't know if they call it the same thing here, but
yeah, in vanilla, since you've got the P-wing, you don't need to go for the escape clip because you just fly over that spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that clip, I believe you kind of need to have P-wing. I don't know how that would work in Rando. I mean, you wouldn't know you were going into the level necessarily. It would be tough to set up for Rando.
Right.
And now everybody's favorite auto-scroller, 7-4. Arlisle going to be trying not to take damage in this level because you do want this leaf for the next upcoming couple of levels.
For sure.
But these fish are random, and the squid are pretty jank to manipulate, so it looks like he's got that squid safely off screen. But their babies can create a tremendous amount of lag as well as being a pretty easy target for taking damage.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan asking about Hammersuit. I believe Arlisle is a Fireflower player according to the notes from Maternity survey that I read earlier. So, I think not a Hammersuit grabber. And we see Grumpy Dad in 7-1, bashing his head into the wall. Oh, and he makes it through. I didn't get a count there. Did anyone get a count?
I thought it was 2. It may have been more.
Okay, not too bad if that's the case. And Arlisle did take damage, so he is going to have to do a little bit of on-the-fly routing here. I believe he knows the backup routing. He's got to cloud the fort, use a P-wing, and then come back to the fort with the tail afterwards. Ooh, and Grumpy Dad going for a swim. Very important there for Arlisle to cloud and then use the P-wing. I found out in a recent run that if you use the P-wing and then cloud, the cloud strips the P-wing power away and you're left just as regular tail Mario. So you don't have P-wing for that level if you do it in that order.
Alrighty, Arlisle making his way through to Boom Boom's room in Fort Knox. And Grumpy in 7-3.
Grumpy feeling a little uncomfortable, it looks like. He was doing quite a few turnbacks there. But he's not dead.
Very nice.
And Grumpy going for the clip as well. Let's see if he gets it. Ooh, the miss clip. So you can see the time difference plain as day here. He's got to go through that pipe transition, through the room, and down another pipe.
All right, Arlisle making it out of 7-8.
All right, entering 7-7 small. Does not go for any 7-7 clip attempts. I guess that's reasonable. And not going for the safety star, just going for it. Whew.
Very nice.
And if he's a fire router, he should be using a P-Wing here for 7-9 to bypass most of the level on his way to grabbing a fire flower. Oh, I did see Arlisle does have a hammer suit in his inventory. I guess I missed him picking that up. Oh my gosh, and he goes for the clip in 7-9? He's impressive. A mad lad. He's a mad lad. Grumpy Dad having a little trouble with this squid. Cannot quite get it off screen. Following him into the minefield, which is not what you want to see. And Arlisle entering 7-4-2. He will stop for the star, it looks like, playing it a little safe. This is what I do in all of my attempts as well. You know, it loses you maybe a second or two, but you make it through the level pretty safely that way.
Right. 7F2 is my arch nemesis.
Yeah, both casually and speedrunning wise, one of the more difficult levels in the game.
Yep.
They definitely, the devs definitely put a difficulty spike towards the end of World 7 in this game. It was, you can tell they started pulling out all the stops.
For sure.
But yeah, Arlisle did manage to keep P-Speed in the basement. That was a very clean 7-4-2. He's got to be happy with that. Ooh, Grumpy taking damage in the plant. He's going to have to take it easy. Oh my god, he's caught between these fire piranhas. You hate to see it. Oh, he just needs to get out of there. Oh, man. Using a star this time. Or maybe using another star? He's got to be running low on stars if he's using another one here. Oh, he dies again. He dies again. Okay, it looks like he's going to come back for that level with a power-up. Maybe a smart move at this point.
Definitely. And Arlisle in the World 7 airship. And with that, he will take us into World 8. So chat, how many hand stages on the bridge do we think Arlisle is going to have?
Yeah, and while you do have to play all the hands 100%, the animations take about 1.5 seconds each. So you don't want hands just like every other category of the game.
Right.
I'm going to say I think Arlisle's going to get pulled in, and I'll do you one better. I think it's going to be no hand 1, no hand 2, but he will get pulled in by hand 3.
I think he'll get pulled in by 2 hands. I think Grumpy's going to get pulled in by all 3.
Yeah, if I had to guess at this stage, I'd say that sounds about right.
And I feel so bad saying that, but he's just had not the best luck today.
Hey, you calls him like you sees him.
Pretty much.
Ooh, Arlisle with the nice, clean Ludwig fire kill there.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's really been getting his fire kills well today. He's been playing quite solidly, honestly. You know, there's been hiccups here or there, but by and large, pretty good. Oh my gosh, Grumpy Dad with the death at the end. The final jump of 7-7. And you know, he had been taking damage throughout the run, but we are beginning to see, hopefully not death spiraling, but he is having some struggles here in World
Definitely.
7. Arlisle taking damage on the tank. I think he was just mispositioned there by a cannon. I guess that means we're going to see him get the leaf and try Navy Grab to regain that Fire Flower. Oh, and Papa Tate noting that Arlisle is even out of World 7. Now, if he's even out of World 7, that means he's actually... There's a PB possibility here in our race today.
Well, that would be nice to see for sure.
That would be. Oh, Ethan, not sure if Arlisle knows Navy Grab. I don't know if Arlisle has put time into the no wrong warp category. A lot of runners who have run no wrong warp at least have Navy Grab as a backup in their pocket, so I don't think I've seen him run no wrong warp, so perhaps not. But maybe he'll attempt it. He's got the hammer suit.
Let's go.
So having Fire Flower maybe not extremely vital to his routing right now with that hammer suit in the inventory. Oh, he is setting up for the Navy Grab. Let's see. Oh, and he gets it. Despite not being a no wrong warp player, has the Navy Grab in his pocket ready to roll. Grumpy, meanwhile, hammer stratting his way through 7 Fort 2. See how long he keeps this hammer suit for. I don't know if he normally goes for it or not. But maybe he gets the one in World 6 and the one in World 7. I didn't keep it through the fort. All right, Moonlit Angel, you said Arlisle was going to have 2 hands, you believe?
That I did.
Let's see. Ooh. No hand 1. And Grumpydadgolf entering the very long World 7 auto-scroller. No hand 2.
Well, that just sucks.
Oh, let's see. I need this hand 3 to pull him in. You know, I don't want to be shamed in front of the audience here. Ooh, and no hands for Arlisle. Who could have seen it coming?
He just got lucky.
That's about as lucky as you get in this game. So Arlisle moving through the hands very quickly there with no animations to slow him down. And I mean, if he's on a good pace right now, that's what you want to see. No additional time being added by RNG. Yeah, he must be running that hands manip that I've been reading so much about in the Discord recently. And we just got a couple of gamers and airships right now, hanging out, making jumps. Alright, and Arlisle about to come up to the gauntlet. Really, the next 3 levels are where the rubber meets the road in World 8.
Oh,
Let's see how he does. Ooh, and Grumpy Dad with... That was a total scam. I caught that out of the corner of my eye.
yeah.
That was a total scam.
Ew, hello, 8-1.
Really nice 8-1 there. Just like he drew it up. Okay, Grumpy Dad entering World 8, and Arlisle an 8-2. Ooh, a nice P-speed keep from Arlisle and 8-2.
Very nice.
I think he's got to be happy with how he played the numbered levels in World 8 right there.
Definitely.
And still with that hammer suit in the inventory for Bowser's Castle. And with being on some kind of PB pace here, you know, handling his business very well, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, Arlisle completing 8F.
A little bit of reprieve here for Tank 2. Not a particularly difficult level once you've played it a couple hundred times. Just make sure to stand in the right spots and blast fireballs at the enemies. Oh, he's got good mashing speed coming into the laser beam portion of the level.
Let's go.
Yeah, chat predicting Arlisle on PB pace. With Hammer Suit, I'm going to see how much time he's got, but it is looking pretty good considering he's got the Hammer Suit for the Bowser kill.
Mm-hmm.
He should be on a pretty good PB pace here. Alrighty, found the Hammer Suit in the inventory. Finish strong, Arlisle. One Karua? Just one Karua, no big deal.
Right, he picks up the every person clip.
Nice throne room P speed. And Bowser. Bye, Bowser.
Get your GGs in chat for Arlilecay, everybody. He has taken this match. He will go on to face Papa Tate.
And I think, you guys, we're gonna see a little bit of a PB here from Arlisle. That is a PB from Arlisle in the race. You love to see it.
Congratulations, Arlisle. go ahead and... Oh, I don't have permission to invite them to this channel.
All right, and Grumpy Dab's still making his way through the hands here. He's got a little ways to go. He's got to finish up the hands as well as the standard levels of the world and a couple more auto-scrollers. But we'll see. Hopefully he can finish strong.
Come on, Grumpy Dad.
Ooh, he does take damage in the Air Force. Again, you know, that will be the tail of the race in some respects, just really unable to keep his power-ups the way he would have wanted to, I think.
Yeah, GG's, Arlisle.
Arlisle, welcome in. GG's.
I didn't expect a PB today.
Yeah, well done. How many seconds? How big of a PB is that for you?
27.
Nice.
Wow.
That matches Papa Tate's PB.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
GG's.
That is impressive.
Well, and that's an interesting, because you are going to be facing Papa Tate in the next round of the bottom bracket in the tournament.
That actually makes this so much more hype for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's a matchup for the ages, as close as it could possibly be. People were wondering in the chat, do you usually grab the hammer suit in World 6 to take it to the end of the game?
Yeah, that's something I started doing recently. I was thinking about it, and I wasn't sure. It kind of seemed like the trade-off is worth it. You're trading time in 6 to save it in 8, so, and you're avoiding bad Bowser patterns, so...
Yep, no bad Bowser patterns, and if you have some kind of problem in the fort, you, yeah, you don't have to worry about keeping Fire Flower as much.
Yeah, it's like if I pull a tank 1, again, like, you know, in the super tank, and I get hit for no reason, then I still have the backup hammer suit, basically.
Oh, Grumpy Dead going for the fast skywalk in 8-2. You love to see it. But yeah, GG's again. Anything particularly notable in your run? Where do those time saves come from? Is just all around cleaner play, or what was the? Where'd you save that time?
Well, I really don't. I didn't feel like it was that clean. That's why the PB is so surprising, because there was a lot of just small things through the entire run that, like, I'm sitting here face palming just the whole time. Just little, just silly things, like, you know, Tank 1's a good example. You know, I don't take damage in Tank 1, and I don't normally throw the bob-ombs to the right. When the ones I pick them up, I just turn around and throw them to the left. Well, this one I threw to the right, and then I threw another one to the right, and it was going to explode, and I panicked. And it's like, what am I doing here?
For some reason in a race, you decide to do things you would never do in a normal run every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that happens, but everybody seems to, you know, you talk to people, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I would never do that in a run, but I did it today.
Yeah, that first mid-clip in 7-9, I didn't get, like, the normal mid-clip, but I got the first one. That doesn't seem like so much of a time loss. Like, if I go for that clip and I miss it, then I can just bail. It's not bad. Their try 7-1's pretty good, so... I saved 10 seconds in World 7 and got a gold. I went from behind 10 seconds to dead even, but it gave me a gold. So I'm not sure what my best segment was.
Was that due to 7-1 clips? You also had a pretty good 7-4-2 basement. You kept your P-speed. As well as the Ludwig fire kill was nice and clean.
Yeah, a lot of that worked out. Like, normally what'll happen is I'll get like 1 or 2 of those things, but I don't ever get them all. So
Yeah, 7.5 clip as well. So really, your World 7, kind of everything lined up and went together well.
Yes.
I made sure to shout out Oglib in the super tank for his strat.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You had good
See if
mashing speed there. Good mashing speed.
See if I
for
get it
sure.
right. Is it the world famous, patented day one affiliate, Oglib Super Tank Strat TM with a Vengeance? It took me forever to learn that.
Yeah, I think you covered your bases there. I think that's about right. All right, we do have Grumpydadgolf coming into Bowser's Castle here. He's got Hammer. Oh, he gets the elevator clip.
Oh, let's go.
That was impressive. Because you don't see that very often.
No, people, you know, very high-level runners may go for it every run. Or if you're on a marginal pace, sometimes people want a PB by a second, they'll go for it. But
Right.
he was going for the gusto here. Oh, and
Go
going
for the mac and cheese.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe he just didn't want to play Throne Room, which is very understandable.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
wants
Yeah,
to play
absolutely.
this room?
I don't blame him for that at all.
All right.
Alrighty.
Melts Bowser.
Let's go. Get your GGs in chat for Grumpy Dad, everybody.
Hold up, this is pretty close. Is this close to a PB for Grumpy Dad as well?
I think he's sitting at a 118.
Okay, okay.
I think a 118 is fairly recent.
Okay, it might not be on the leaderboard then yet at this point. Okay. Well, GG's to Grumpydadgolf, finishing with
GG.
a 120-20. You know, the story, I will say, the story of his run really was that he just could not hold on to Fire Flower. I mean, there were a couple deaths here or there, but it was, you know, he'd have Fire Flower, and the next thing you know, he wouldn't again.
Right. But he did his best. I mean, he may not say so, but he did good.
Yeah, and you know, he came through World 8 pretty well. I think, you know, he should be happy with his run, and you know, I think this is his first tournament performance as well. Arlisle, is this your first tournament for Mario 3 as well?
It is.
Okay, well, good showing for you. I mean,
Absolutely.
love seeing people come out of the woodwork for the event here. It has been a lot of fun to watch these races. And we'll see if we can get Grumpydadgolf up here in the booth with us. But I also should mention, coming up later today, we do have some more races. We've got Mars versus Fogu on SpeedGaming 5 at 3 p.m. Eastern. We have Supersonic versus Chikubi on SpeedGaming 3 at 5. And then tomorrow, we've got quite a few races. We got Bagler versus Lasso at noon tomorrow. Alice versus Disaster Cotty. That should be a good race. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that one. And then Sunday at 3 p.m., Louie versus Sky Overlord. I will be facing the loser of that one in my next bout. So I'm anticipating that race pretty hotly. And then coming later in the week, Tuesday, we got Teeks versus Stewie. Should be a good race as well. But we got a lot more races. We're still early in the tournament. And since it's double elimination, only really a handful of runners have yet been eliminated completely from the tournament. So we got a lot of racing still coming.
For sure, it should be a very good time had by all.
All right, let's see if we are getting... We should get Grumpydadgolf in here in a moment, I would think.
Yeah, I don't see why not. There he is.
Oh, he's coming in. Here we go. GG's Grumpy Dad, welcome into the booth.
GG's.
I was waiting, and I'm like, wow, I didn't get an invite yet, so I figured, well,
Well, welcome in, and GG's.
thank
Yeah,
you.
tell us, this is your first Mario 3 tournament. How does it feel to have participated, and any thoughts on your race?
Well, it was fun to have participated, and as far as the race, I think I'm just gonna go get a big old tub of KY to recover from the probing Arlisle just gave me, beating me by over 7 minutes. Other than that, I think it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, Arlisle was gaining time bit by bit. I mean, you had some deaths later in the run, but it seemed like just keeping Fire Flower was kind of your Achilles heel here, where we saw you doing, and GG's on knowing a wide variety of backups for powering up, but
Absolutely.
you did need a lot of backups for Fire Flowers and Mushroom Grabs over the course of the run.
Yeah, it started in World 2 in 2-1, where he clipped the side of that Goomba and I lost fire. I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those days. And then the cheap eating Mario in World 3 twice, getting bopped there and losing fire and then becoming small and then getting eaten by the big one. It just kind of like snowballed from there. And then, a couple deaths later on. I went to turn back to do a jump in 7-2, but I did it on the wrong pipe, so I fell in the pit. So it was, believe it or not, this is actually 2 minutes better than my PB was coming into this tournament.
Well, you've made tremendous strides in that respect. I mean, coming into the tournament, just under the line for being able to qualify for the tournament and making minutes of progress is really, in a short amount of time, that's very good progress.
Yeah, we're down to 118.28 as of the other night, and that was with 2 deaths in 6:10, so we're making progress. I thought we backed it up pretty good, avoided taking terribly stupid deaths until later in the run, but what killed me was that 6 fort, where apparently I didn't have P-Speed to fly, and it just fluttered into the pit, like, okay, bye, Mario.
Yeah, well, it was a fun run to watch, despite some of the things not going your way. But I think, seeing your knowledge of the game and your backup strats and just what you were able to pull out at different parts, I think a lot of progress is ahead of you still. So very, very fun to watch the run coming together.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I run Little Mario a lot, so I was really tempted sometimes to just YOLO it and say whatever and keep running Little Mario.
Yeah,
I did.
The strats ready to roll. That would be tempting to just run through some levels and skip the power-ups, I suppose.
I did it a couple times. I did it in 3-3, and then I did it in a couple later levels. I did it with 7-3. It was like, whatever, just, as they say, yeet it, I suppose. That's what my 16-year-old says. Don't know what it means, but...
Well, you either gotta, in this life, you either yeet or get yoted, so you gotta do it sometimes.
Yeah, well, it was fun. We're gonna keep. I'm not gonna grind it as much in the next week or two, but we'll keep working on it. Maybe we'll go back to Luigi Bros since it is the better game after all. But...
Ooh, hot take coming in. Wow.
Them fighting words.
Everybody must know Luigi Bros 3 is the better version, but that's just me.
Well, and I can't disagree. Luigi is the better Mario brother. Everybody knows that. Mario walks around like he's in charge all the time, but we all know who's doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, well, you know why Luigi is better? Because Mario's wearing red, which is an angry color, and that's why people hit him with Koopa shells all the time. Luigi takes less damage.
Yeah, Luigi is chill. That's right. Luigi is the chill bro.
And he wears green, and green is the best color ever.
Facts.
Exactly.
All right. Well, with all of that said, any other final thoughts as we round out this bout in the bottom bracket? And we do have Grumpy Dad, eliminated from the tournament now. Double elimination has occurred, and Arlisle going on to face Papa Tate in the next round. Any final thoughts, guys?
I just thanks to Haxer and everybody for putting this together. Going to continue to participate in the tournament throughout the next few rounds, doing comms and having some fun with that. And we'll continue to get better, so we'll see how it goes. But good luck, Arlisle, against Mr. Tate. I hope you beat him the way you beat me, because he keeps bopping me on Otis, and I need him to be knocked down a few pegs.
Any final thoughts, Arlisle?
Well, Tate, I'm coming for you, I guess. This should be fun.
Drop the gauntlet.
Thank you guys for the excellent race. Moonlit Angel, thank you so much for joining me on comms. And
It was my pleasure.
yeah, it's always fun doing these tournaments. And thanks also to SpeedGaming for hosting all of these races. It makes the event so much fun to have an audience and to have the professional style restream. And of course for Haxer for setting the whole thing up.
Alrighty then. Well, if that is all, then for SpeedGaming 4, for Grumpydadgolf, Arlilecay, my awesome co-commentator, Spicy Chicken, Spicy Boy, I am, again, Moonlit Angel, and we will see you guys all next time.